Pirate Radio Network. Radio Free Larry presiding.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Radio Free Larry.
All right, here we go again. Buckle up. Rough roads ahead. They want to say things are figments of my imagination and hallucinations, then God will respond in kind. God will show them figments. God will plague them with figments. So that worked pretty well at Menards. I was able to get the end caps I need. What was amazing is that it's just not jiving in my mind how this is working. For the 1 3/4, I use the 1.5 inch. I think because there's like a little bit, but see but for the 1.5, the 1 1/4 is like way big, not way big, but just a little. So, and on the 1.5 on the 1 3/4 is snug, so I can hit it on with like a rubber mallet, not a sledgehammer, rubber mallet I meant. So again, I know there's nominal sizing and all that kind of thing. It just seems way off. So I didn't need the 2 inch one. Right. I only needed the 1.5 inch one for the 1 3/4 inches. I guess the threading, that's what it is. Right. Oh, it's the inside diameter, I guess, too, right? Or no, that doesn't make sense. It's the outside. I don't know. Yeah, it's the inside diameter, I guess. I'll have to take a look at it. It's been a long time since I was arts and crafting at Menards and Home Depot. Healed a lot of people at the store, feeling like the power went out of me. That's real. Because once I woke up, I'm going around healing people, and all of a sudden that came up. One of the teachings. That's part of being a rabbi. Realizing when the power went out of you while you're healing people, or when somebody is near you, and that power draws from you to the person that you heal. And why is that? Because your heart is a healer. If your heart is a healer, then if you're around people that are sick, it's going to draw your power away to them. But then again, just have faith in God that God will empower you. Again, as bad as my life is, I say again because I've been saying this for 20-something years. As bad as my life is and was, if I don't do what I do for God, I'd be Jonathan Luna, I'd be Dudley, I'd be Vincent Bustamante. Bottom line, I mean, God led me straight out of the government with spirits. They know that people like me never want to leave the government or the military. It's your career. What's life like not being a deputy U.S. Marshal, criminal investigator, or a SAPR leader, non-commissioned officer? Well, but when you got God, God says this direction you go. I was still in my apartment in Baltimore, which means I wasn't completely drugged or anything like that yet. Right? Although I believe we were drugging. Now, you'll say, well, isn't this an aspect of drugging? No. What happens is, again, it's the way the planet's structured. If drugs are involved, spirits will show up, angels will show up, God will show up, because it's such a risky venture. Plus, they're killing me. And they're triggering me. So, as I said in the beginning, in 2005, something like that, when I started speaking out, 2004, I guess. God and the spirits show up when and where they need to. It's not based upon your spiritual teachings or your perception of your spiritual teachings or the greatness of you or your preacher or your guru or your whatever, your mom. Out there today, and Satan tried to block this thought. I didn't know where I was going because I got lost in my space. But this wasn't the thought. God wanted to take me back to the original thought. Around homeless people today are where the angels, and again, it's going to end with the Israel thing again, where the angels and spirits that go with God are. That's where they spend a lot of their time. And with the addicts, with the people rolling in their own vomit on the sidewalk. They're trying to heal them. Trying to get a person like me near them to heal, try to heal them. Now, Moses is still, I believe, and this is what they want me to end with, is still with the Palestinians. Moses says it's not that weird because they are of the offspring of Abraham. So it's not weird. 100%. But he knows what you're really doing in Israel. He knows you aren't earnestly seeking a resolution and never were, per se. Which means Mossad never was seeking a resolution. And that's who's running Israel, as the CIA and others are running this country. Of course, into the ground, but they're all getting rich, right? So that's God blessing them. You see how the psychosis works? Not God, but the thought that if they are the only rich ones, then they are the ones that God blesses. But yet they realize they took everybody else's money. Moses told me years ago, I'm going to the Palestinians, and that's it. I'm going to live there for the rest of my time until they're free. That's where Moses lives. The spirit of Moses walks this planet with the Palestinians. Does that mean that every Palestinian is okay? No, and that goes back and forth. But you're spy crafting the Palestinians into never seeking the peace. Look, they can make somebody gay. They can make somebody straight. They can make this person have sex with that person. They can make that person a violent mass shooter. They can make that person a bomber. They know that. Yet they walk around high and mighty like, we are this and we are that. It's human experimentation is where it began. And where it really is. Let's see what we can make you do. No, you showed us tonight that you're really a violent person. Oh, okay, I'm really a violent person. After 40 years of torture, I'm really a violent person, huh? After you kill all those people, including Jonathan Luna, I'm the violent person, right? You'll rot in hell, every last one of you. You're taking down generations of your families. They're going to hell with you for giving birth to such a piece of shit devil. Your mother's in hell today because you lived the life you lived, all of you. Unreversible. They love reversing it because they got all the extra power now because all the deep staters are running around. Ah! But they're going, oh, we have to stop these people. Let's go after them. But they know their deep staters are being arrested and thrown in prison. Their money gives them that peace not to get on the air and go, fuck you. But I could really give a shit. If you think it's funny that I say fuck you to you, then you got to be the stupidest being on the planet. I, an angel of God, and theoretically, it could have changed, but at one point I was the most high angel of God, not in this body, in the spirit. No, God didn't cast me into hell on earth. Not one bit. Quit calling yourselves God. They even know what they did to cause it. They committed so many fucking felonies, it's not even funny. Agreed. If they couldn't commit the felonies just because they're the wonderfuls that they are, then none of it could have happened. And I'd be living a millionaire's life. In actuality, my mother and my brother and my grandmother were lucky I existed, or they just took their money. That's the secret. If they don't F me off when they're, it's not 100% of the time, but if they don't F me off when they're told to F me off, then they take their money. Why don't I have money? Because I don't sell people out. But that's selling your soul. When you sell another creation out to Satan, then you sold your soul. Unreversed. Oh, why? Is there something going on? Are you noticing something about yourself? They're Satan, man, and they think I haven't been through it before. What the hell, man? Well, you're all nuts. But they're powering up because now they're uniting because they're afraid they're going to be arrested. They murdered, man. They're sickos. They've raped and murdered across this world, and you all don't care because you got your money and your house. So if you're in the military today, the first thing you want to do is develop enough strength to break somebody's neck. All that other stuff they teach you, bullshit. Now, if you have your knife, fine. But what if you didn't have your knife? What if you couldn't get to your knife? Why prolong misery? Why punch that person punches you? You develop every maneuver to grab the head and break the neck. There's no reason to fight anybody if you aren't going to kill them anyway. Right? I mean, what is this? You get out in the street and you punch each other? That's gay. That's weird. Now let's kill the thing that just had me say gay. Because what they're trying to say is I'm a closet, hostile gay man that can't deal with being gay. That murdered gay people and trans people. This is what they tell trans people and gay people while I'm trying to help them. But they know the key is never to let me with a woman. What's the key for them? To have sex with those women. They're filthy sluts and filthy whores. They're Delilah. They're Jezebel. They work for FBI, CIA, Marshal Service, Police Department, Walmart, Casey's. But we're going to play this game where only their victims are actually guilty of something. I should be medicated because you can possess my tongue, and I know it. Of course, that's what you believe. Now, somebody's increasing them. Somebody's upping them. It's probably, no, it's not anything I'm doing. There they go. It's something that you're doing. They're increasing somehow. I don't see Trump increasing, so it can't be Trump. It's probably the CIA. It's probably what it is. Are they being paid bigger money? Is their money changing hands? The operator's getting paid more money somehow. Probably because we're getting close to the political. Yeah, it's my own answer. The election season, you'd be dead if you said even one of these things. None of you have any power. The election season is a witch's season. So the witchcraft is increasing because they're sacrificing people. And where is this coming from? God right now? They're killing people. Suicide, mass murder, the family murders. That's what it must be. No, these operators, when you see a guy shoot his family and take himself out, well, why don't you clap your hands, money people? Why don't you clap your hands, Marshal Service? That's your people. That's what they do. Don't just point to your money. Show everybody why you get the money. You freak people out to kill their own families like you tried to do to our families. And that freak out involves witchcraft, unauthorized spycraft, CIA operation in multiple entities, including the private sector. Why don't you tell them what you do for a living? Oh, but they were all pedophiles and criminals. But you work for pedophiles and criminals. How does that work? All those families. That's not natural. It's not liberal. It's not cannabis. It's police officers that have stolen the world from other police officers that would have saved your community. And they're engaged in psychological operations, torturing Americans into murder and suicide. They're the sickest of the sickest, and they're not only police officers, they're also corporate leaders like Elon Musk that blesses it because they keep him out of prison. Enough pulling punches here. Y'all need to wake up. Oh no, we're going after sex criminals. Come on, fantasy time. Come on, let's have a fantasy. Well, stay peaceful. Praise God in all that you do. I have to get some gas here, and I got to heal all these young girls because your police officers are going to have sex with them and fear their family into saying anything about it. Well, stay peaceful.